Grouplove released this little EP here to follow the release of last year's full-length album, Big Mess. Big Mess was an album that may have sounded a little generic as a modern pop rock record, and I can see why some may have been turned off. Looking back on it, their songwriting was getting a little repetitive, a little formulaic, but the songs on that album still had a likable colour and catchiness to them, very punchy, anthemic choruses that get stuck in your head, and I kind of liked it, I have to be honest. However, whilst Little Mess contains unreleased tracks from this album and still have distinct and repeating melodies throughout them, I actually think Grouplove on these tracks showed a lot more versatility in terms of songwriting, with different song structures and dynamics, and general moods rather. I actually think it's quite a sweet set of songs, even if they do seem a little more emotionally radiant. The only thing hindering any more praise of Little Mess is that the EP is just a very short set of 4 unreleased tracks and 1 live performance. That isn't like a problem, but it's just what makes this EP nothing more than something extra, that's something cool to listen to then put down afterwards, as opposed to a brand new project to dive into and soak up. The acoustic ballad Tell Me a Story opens up the EP, which is a very unusual way to start off. Usually it's an exciting, energetic track that kicks off the album, but the thing is, I actually like how Tell Me a Story is more of a subtle opening to the EP. Tell Me a Story even sounds a little bit like a gentle lullaby. It gets a little repetition as it goes on, but the melody sounds gorgeous, I must say.
Tell me a story. I'm in no hurry.
Although even in the EP's gentlest, most subdued moments, there are surprises being sparked up, like the tremolo guitar lines that spark up midway through Tell Me a Story. Or the sudden, heavy, anthemic rock hooks that blast out during the chorus of the track Torso. Because Torso doesn't start off as the punchiest track on this EP, although when it gets to the chorus, that changes entirely. The song on here that seems most like it could have been on Big Mess is Adios, Amigos, which is punchy all the way through.
So catch me if you can. Yeah, call the operator.
If there's any kind of gripe I have with the EP, it's that even if the songwriting shows a little more variance than on Big Mess, there is kind of a sense of long-windedness here. Like, it takes a while for a track to truly reach its highs, or maybe a song might repeat lyrics to the point where it just becomes a little tiring. Sometimes it's best to cut your moment short when you feel like you've made your point clear enough, you know? Still, I like this EP more than I expected, and I say more than I expected because it is such a short collection of leftovers, yet it's still more daring and adventurous than some of the material on Big Mess. Honestly, I'm stuck between a 6 out of 10 and a 7 out of 10, but I'm feeling generous today, so I'll chuck it a 7 out of 10.